Alex, first season in F3, how are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Formula 3. I think it'll be really good. I'm excited about the car and all of the racetracks. Big difference from what I've been doing before, so I'll just try and drive as fast as I can and do as well as I can.
And you've had a few days out testing so far on some different tracks. How have they been going?
They've gone quite well. I mean, we've been marching towards the pace in the dry, pretty much on the pace in the wet. So I'm relatively happy with my performance. The wet pace shows that the time definitely is there for us. I just need to hone myself a little bit more into this car, and then hopefully we should be right there.
Is it quite strange coming back to racing after a winter off, or is it straight back in like you were never away?
Everything moves a little bit quick for a couple of laps, but after 10 laps you're shouting at it to go faster down the back straight again. So you jump back in relatively quickly.
And is it a big change behind the scenes this season, stepping up to F3?
Yeah, I mean there's so much infrastructure behind all of the teams, and everyone around the sport is so professional. I'm quite used to the professionalism in the international series I've been in, but the amount of people and the amount of machinery that moves around the country is quite incredible. So yeah, it's quite a big change for me.
And I think you were mentioning before, having an engineer to yourself is quite a treat as well.
Yeah, it's a big treat. I'm not really used to having my own engineer. I know a lot of guys that have worked with teams will be like, well, I deserve my own engineer, don't I? But it's sometimes not the way when you're racing the one-make formulas like I've been in for the past 3 years. So I'm really enjoying having my own engineer to whine at, and I hope we're going to make a good partnership this year.
Have you set yourself a target for this season?
I try not to set myself targets. I try and become a better driver every year, and as long as I become a better driver than I was last year, then in the end I'm going to be of a standard to win races. And if I just carry on getting better every time I drive the car, then you can't help but eventually succeed. Your
surname Brundle is obviously a famous one in racing, and your dad raced in this series as well, I think. Has he given you any advice, talking about the good old days when he was out on the track?
There's plenty of talk about the good old days, but to be honest, I think the cars have changed so much since then that it's kind of difficult for him to analyse it. I think he's been really good in that he's left me to the team, and he's openly admitted that he doesn't know how to drive this racing car. He knows how to drive a racing car, but he doesn't know how to drive this one, and that's what it's all about. So I've been talking to the people that know intimately about this racing car, and trying to find out where to go next from them, not leaning on him too much.
And some different tracks that you're going to be going to this season all around Britain and around Europe as well. Are there any that you're particularly looking forward to?
Obviously Spa, as probably everybody who you're going to ask that question to will say. Brands Hatch, I very much like Brands Hatch. I like Snetterton, my home circuit, for some reason. I like Silverstone, Alton. I'm quite a fan of the British calendar this year. There are not many duffers in there for sure.
And who do you think is going to be the drivers challenging at the top this season?
I think it's very fluid. I mean, as conditions change and drivers have good days, bad days. Everyone's as good as their last performance. It's going to be very, very difficult to pick. There are a few guys, obviously, all of the Carlin guys are going to be quick, and we know that. And I know the pace will be fast. I just have no idea who's setting it. Hopefully me.